Back to First and Goal on YouTube, everyone. And today I wanted to talk about the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, the divisional round that we just finished up last night. Wanted to talk about what I learned and my major takeaways from that round. I have a couple here written down, mostly from the AFC, but one about the Green Bay Packers as well. So, first of all, talking about the Green Bay Packers, if the Packers can have another wide receiver, of course, besides Devontae Adams, playing well and stepping up on their offense is going to get theirs. They are going to consistently put up 30-plus points, basically unstoppable to a certain degree. The biggest issue throughout all last offseason and kind of throughout the summer with the Packers was, okay, can they really win without drafting, without trading for another wide receiver? Because Devontae Adams last year, he didn't look like he could just do it by himself, and there was no one really who was stepping up. Alan Lazard showed some stuff, but wasn't consistent enough. Marquez Valdez-Scantling had some drop issues, like he actually did still this year, so there was still the issue. There was still an issue there. But on Saturday, Alan Lazard had over 95 yards and had a 58-yard receiving touchdown. He showed up when the lights turned down. He showed up in the biggest moment, in the biggest game for the Green Bay Packers this season. His touchdown, 58-yard touchdown, was the gut punch for the LA Rams. That was what put the game away. That was the deciding factor. All right, now this game is out of reach. That gave the Packers the 14-point lead. And the biggest players, the most important players, make big plays when your team needs a big play. That is exactly what Alan Lazard do. So if they can consistently get a guy doing that, if they can constantly have Lazard or Valdez-Scantling make plays for their offense, be a nice complementary, deep threat kind of player to Devontae Adams, then they're golden. Their offense has no issues because you have Devontae Adams, the best route runner in the league. He's going to get his whoever he's faced up against. We saw that this week when he played very well against Jalen Ramsey. He caught everything that was thrown to him when he was matched up against Jalen Ramsey. You have three running backs in Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Jamal Williams, who they all could go for 100 rushing yards on any given day. That's how good they are. And they're all very, very versatile backs as well. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, very, very good receivers as well. And both of them have a very good mix of power and speed. A.J. Dillon is really that bruiser, that fourth quarter closer kind of player. Then you have Robert Tonyan as well. He's a very good red zone threat, but also can make big plays as well, as we saw Saturday versus the Rams. He had a 33-yard reception in a very big moment for the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers really trusts him. There's a lot of trust between those two guys, which is obviously great. So that offense, they have a ton of weapons now. I mean, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, even though he does have some drop issues, he is a fantastic deep threat. 149 yards versus the Jacksonville Jaguars earlier on in the season, and he had a huge 78-yard touchdown, I believe. Very, very good deep threat. If he can just catch the ball, I know it's so simple, but if he can just catch the ball a little bit more, he can be such a valuable player and such a key person on that Packers offense for Green Bay, and a very dangerous player, especially as you get into that Super Bowl talk, because those are the kind of players that can change momentum, that make those game-altering kind of plays that give your team the extra push that they would need to get the win over another elite team. So if one of those two guys, Lazard or Valdez-Scantling, can really step up, elevate their game, play a little bit more consistently, and give Aaron Rodgers that number two guy out wide, then the sky's the limit for this offense. They could. At this point in time, they look like a Super Bowl winning offense already, but if one of those guys can step up, they are, no doubt in my mind, no question, a Super Bowl offense. Number two, the Chiefs' defense can make big stops against very good defenses when it matters most. It's no secret that the strength of this team, the Kansas City Chiefs, is the offense. I mean, it's not even a question. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, McCall Hardman, Patrick Mahomes. The list goes on, but it's not even a debate. So that defense can get overlooked, but they shouldn't because they are a very good unit. Honestly, I thought that Browns-Chiefs game was over when they punted it back to Baker Mayfield and Chad Henne was in the game at that point, and that offense, Baker Mayfield and that offense they were playing solid football up to that point in the fourth quarter. So I thought it was over. I thought they were going to go down, get a touchdown. It was perfect, and then the Browns would be going into the AFC Championship game. But no, the Chiefs defense had something to say about that they played really, really good defensive football. They forced a fourth down, made them punt it back to the Chiefs offense, and they did the rest. They ran out the rest of the clock, game over. Baker never touched the ball again. The Chiefs, that is the definition of making big plays. That is the definition of complementary football, because complementary football does not mean you have a great offense and a great defense. By the way, you always hear the great coaches, you always hear the winning coaches talk about not only do you need to play complementary football to begin with, the teams that win Super Bowls and win playoff games play complementary football in the playoffs when it matters most. Those are the teams that win. Those are the teams that get rings, and we saw that from the Chiefs. Complementary football does not mean, all right, you have a great offense that puts up 40 a game, and then you have a great defense who holds the opponents under 10 a game. That's not what complementary defense is. Complementary defense is, all right, I'm going to go down and score. Defense, you got to get a stop. You got to get off the field, give the ball back to the offense for another opportunity to go down and score again. Okay, it's about helping the other side of the ball. The Chiefs defense did that because that's what great teams do. And Chiefs, they are a great team. They showed that to me in this game. And if it can consistently do that, they're a Super Bowl winning team. That is what they can achieve this season. Because if the Bills next week, if the Packers or the Bucs in the Super Bowl can exploit their defense, and the Chiefs defense doesn't get off the field and give Patrick Mahomes, if he's ready to go, an opportunity to go down the field and score, then, probably won't come away with the Super Bowl, right? Because that's what defenses need to do. That's what the Chiefs defense did in this game. They really showed me something late in that game against Cleveland. Patrick Mahomes in the locker room, they stood up. They said, all right, we're going to take care of you, offense. We're going to get this done for you. We're going to give the ball back to you with an opportunity to win the game. And it's just great stuff because that's what championship teams do. And finally, the third takeaway is that the Bills' defense is really, really good when they need to be. And similar thing, they play complementary football as well. Now, this is pretty much very similar to the Chiefs' point, but the Bills were suffocating on Saturday night. They suffocated the Ravens, especially the Ravens' passing game on that Saturday night game. They allowed a 61.5 passer rating to Lamar Jackson throughout the course of his duration in that game. Got an interception off of Jackson as well in the red zone. That was a fantastic play by the Bills. They frustrated at Jackson. They were getting to him, and the coverage was fantastic. There were multiple people around Mark Andrews, on that throw where Teron Johnson picked it off, but Jackson was frustrated. He was forcing it. That's what great defenses force you to do. And by the way, they only let up 3 points on the game as well, so not too shabby there. They also sacked the Ravens quarterbacks, including Tyler Huntley, 4 times total. Jerry Hughes, the veteran defensive end, had 2 sacks for them. And they also racked in 7 quarterback hits. And let's say that the Bills beat the Chiefs and get to the Super Bowl. Regardless of who you play in the Super Bowl, if you are Buffalo, the Bucs, or the Packers, the way you beat them is by getting to them, by getting to Aaron Rodgers, by getting to Tom Brady, by hitting them, by sacking them, frustrating them, getting them out of their rhythm, and making them uncomfortable. That is how you beat these players. That is how you beat the best of the best. That's how you beat the veteran elite quarterbacks who maybe aren't going to get out of the pocket on every other play and run for a first down. We've seen Aaron Rodgers have some ability to do that, but he's not like Lamar Jackson. He's not like Kyler Murray. Not like Josh Allen, for that matter, where he's going to do it so often where you really, really have to worry about it. So the Bills showed that they can do all the things defensively that they would need to win a Super Bowl. That's what they showed here. That's what was essential because the Bills' offense didn't play great. Only scored 10 points offensively on the day. So, again, complimentary football. Defense for the Buffalo Bills played fantastic. Shut down defense all night. So that is going to wrap it up for episode 17 of First and Goal on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to subscribe, drop a like. It would be very much appreciated. Share it with a friend if you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the podcast First and Goal with Sam Levine. That is available wherever you listen to your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Google, wherever it is. Also, go check out the website, firstandgoalfootballtalk.com, to read up on everything that is going on in the football world and to stay in the loop on everything that I post, record, broadcast, Twitter. Follow the Twitter, First and Goal FB. And also, very exciting announcement, tomorrow, Tuesday, the 20th of January, I think, will be the first episode of the First and Goal podcast with Mitch Weinberg, my friend. We're going to be talking NFL just like always, but that's going to be a series, so he's going to be on it with me. That is the first of the series, so very excited for that. Tune into that, and until next time, Sam Levine signing off.